Yeah.
Let's talk about evolution, man. And it's a
Yeah.
conversation that me and Apps have had before, and I'm sure you two have had offline before as well. Like
Yeah.
in terms of what's next for SC Dons, man. Because like you said before, you've been in the game for countless amount of years now. What is next for SC Dons, man? Because for me and Apps, I think we both think alike. Like it's got to be non-league, right? Because we've seen Hashad do it, seen Rising Ballers do it. Why SC Dons ain't done it, I don't know. Again, we're looking for words from you, bro. But I think that's like the step for
You
you
know what?
guys.
Yeah, like we've really lived and breathed Sunday League football. Like we really felt like we had a mission and something to do for Sunday League football. Do you know what I mean? And that's why we really championed it. And we had opportunities to go Saturday League before, and we turned it down, man, because we had big plans and big visions for Sunday League football. Honestly, genuinely, like we wanted to create. We was thinking before about creating our own type of Super League and getting things for everyone, but people can't keep up, man. And that's no disrespect because I love Sunday League football. It's where I come from. You know, it's the people's game. It's and we've tried our best to glamorize that. Do you know what I mean? And I believe, and I'd like to think we've done a lot for Sunday League football. I'd really like to believe that, but I don't want to be big-headed like that because Sunday League was here before us and it will be here after us. It will always be here because it's bigger than us, it's bigger than SC Dons. But SC Dons have come and glamorized and shine a light on it, and I'd like to believe we've helped evolve it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think we've done that. Look, the plans. I'm someone that likes to get the work done before I start saying we're going to do this, we're going to do that. If you're asking me, are SC Dons going to go non-league football? I can't say yes, I can't say no. If you asked me that question 2 years ago, I would have said no. I would have said it's not in our plans. I'm not interested in it. If you ask me that now, do I want to see SC Dons play in the FA Cup or the FA Vars?
I saw the tweet.
Bro, I'm a man of God, man. I believe in hard work, dedication, and if something is right, it's right. You know what I mean? And I do genuinely believe there will be a time that SC Dons have got to make that jump. Do you know what I mean? When that is, I'm not sure. I can't guarantee that. For now, we still got some work to do in Sunday League. Yeah. Did I get, bro?
So you got to dare to be great. You guys took
100%, and that's why I can't sit here. I can't sit here and say no. I can't, because I'll be lying if I haven't had conversations talking about. Just imagine SC Dons in the FA Cup, but just imagine what SC Dons can do for the community. Because my thing is, we've got young kids, you know, that support SC Dons, and it's like I can't offer them a way into SC Dons. I can't. That hurts me because I got little nephews. I got genuinely little kids that love SC Dons. My boy Drops. He's got his young boy plays for Tottenham. His son plays for Tottenham at the moment. I think it's a young Dante. He's like 10, 11 years old. He plays for Tottenham. All his little friends are serious ballers. They are different, yeah. They love SC Dons, you know. And it's like we got kids that love the Dons, and bro, how can I inspire a child? Oh yeah, one day you can play for SC Dons. It's just Sunday League, you know. Whereas if what I know what SC Dons can do for this community, for Lewisham, for South London, but bigger than that. We've always thought bigger than that. That's why we don't do this South. When we play Beatties, I don't do our South London versus East London because we got supporters in East because our thing's a message. Yes, we're from South London. We are in it. That's where we're from. But it's not. We're not just South London. Do you know what I mean? It's bigger than that for the Dons. That's why we've got this huge following. And like I said, I know what it was like as a child coming up from South London when I was growing up, like trying to play for Millwall or Welling United, or them things were like, oh wow, this is sick. If SC Dons then becomes something that kids can grow up and play for, the way it would change our community, it would be mad. Do you know what I mean? Like youth teams and providing that academy setups, college programs, everything that comes with us taking that leap is something that we would be doing the community wrong in not being able to provide that service in the future. So
even just from a personal perspective, for guys like you, like G, and there's a lot of other guys out there, I'm not even going to name them because they might not appreciate it, but you guys have lived a certain life and you've seen certain things. You've got an awful lot to offer the community. A lot of the young boys growing up, even the young girls that are growing up, there's a lot that you can offer them in terms of your life experience and things that you've been through and the things that have made you become what you are and who you are. Those kinds of things that are really, really missing from society now.
Yeah.
Like completely missing. Because listen, if we're going to be completely honest, we live in a society of weak men now.
Yeah.
They're very, very few.
And you'll get yourself in trouble for even saying that.
Yeah, big time. But listen, I don't mind that. That don't bother me, because there are no to pull me up on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. So, and I think you would be.
Sorry, guys, you cut out there, but yeah, go on.
You would be robbing yourself of another life experience.
Yeah.
Something that I would call your legacy. Your legacy. Something that will live beyond you. Something that will live beyond your children is, the mark you can make on other people. And I guess that's the reason why I actually started coaching. Is it had nothing at all to do with football. The fact that I developed an advanced knowledge of football and all of that stuff there was just kind of like luck, so to speak. But I initially wanted to start coaching because I wanted to make a difference.
Yeah.
I wanted people with my own life experiences, the things that I've been through, I managed to survive and still be here. I knew that there were other kids that were going through what I did and worse.
Yeah.
And the thought that there were other kids that are going through worse, and I've seen some stuff, and it's like, they really need me. This little, they need me. Started with the kids local. These little kids really, really need me. Getting them to understand what football can do for them. What's just being a part of something that provides them some unity and some family, someone that actually cares about them, bro. That's legacy. That's purpose. That's real. And you can't like anything other than that is just surviving.
Yeah.
There's no point in you guys just surviving in Sunday League football. There's no point in you just surviving in this amateur space. There's somewhere for you to go and live. And I think that is in the mind of other people, and creating dreams and hope in a time where people are out of dreams and out of hope.
Yeah, and it's all part of the evolution, isn't it? We all want to see like you grow and stuff like that and take it to the next level, man. Like you said, I saw the tweet earlier, was it this week or last week, talking about seeing the Dons in the FA Cup. We want to see that
Trust
too.
me, imagine, bro. And it's like I said, and we've documented our whole journey, bro. So it's like
it would be a carnival. It would be a carnival.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are we really?
FC Dons FA Cup game, their first FA Cup game.
You know, imagine. And like, bro, if we've pulled out 2,500 people for like a Paul Pickard Cup final, 3,000 for a Kent Cup final, yeah. Imagine the Dons in a FA Cup, especially with people. When you know our journey, we came from Sunday League, gritty Sunday League football, to then do that. All it does again is like, listen, we started filming our content, but I've got to big up Palmer's, because Palmer's was before us. They was filming Sunday League, but their thing's obviously very different to ours. So I don't want to say we was the first to do it, because we wasn't. But we started doing it, and we created a market for people, for kids that from where we're from. They started bringing out cameras. Everyone's filming Sunday League football now. Now, if we then manage to successfully, potentially one day take SC Dons from Sunday League football into non-league to create jobs for people and do all this kind of stuff. That's now, mental. The people that was filming their Sunday League and feel like they're not going nowhere with it. Oh, hold on. If we get our shit in order, we could potentially do that. It creates more opportunities and more, as you said, perhaps hope for people, as opposed to when we was growing up and it wasn't that. There wasn't that. There was none of that. Whereas I might think you might be a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, have a little Sunday team. Let's start filming our stuff. Let's make sure the content is good. Let's take our time editing it. Let's make sure it's right. Let's be consistent. The Dons have done the blueprint. Follow what the flipping Dons do. What do they do? Every Sunday they got an upload. They got a message. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I also, as you said, Abs, it's hard. You can't. Our thing's authentic. We didn't sit here like there's another team that do their stuff. Yeah, I remember when they made their team, they rang me and they was asking me questions. So, what's the message, or what do you do for this, and what made you think of that? I said, bro, you're asking me too many questions, bro. I said, bro, like, what are you talking about? We didn't think of nothing. We just film our thing. So it's not like, what's the we have a message because that's our authentic message, So you can't try and emulate that or try and be like it, because real recognize real, and people just like, this is the knockoff, bro. Like, what are you not doing? This ain't. I don't believe in this. But my point saying is, if we manage to successfully do something like that in the future, I just know. Listen, I'm from here, and I was that kid that grew up and ended up on the streets and doing what I was doing because I didn't have. I remember my guidance when I was younger. I knew what I wanted to be, and it weren't nothing positive, because that was what I saw and knew, and that's where I ended up, and I paid the price for it. So it's like if your kids now and you're growing up and you're seeing an SE Dons, if you're a young, ambitious kid like I was, came from nothing and didn't have the financial backing I wish that some kids did have, it made me hungry. So I was impressionable because I wanted to be something. And for me, if I'm that kid now, if I was 14 now and I saw SE Dons, I'm telling you, bro, I would go and buy myself a camera. Yeah, and I would say, nah, why am I buying this when I can get nicked for that? If I can go buy a camera and get the man them together. Listen, man, let's do this, because that's who I was. That's what I brought to the table. That's who I am. That's why the Dons is so magical, because I don't sleep, bro. Then you got someone like Big G, who's a flipping leader, and you believe in him. Then you got Chris, who's just a hustler from young. And then you got the man them like Doug Drops, who are the pillar of the club. Flips might not be fully know everything about football, but I'm telling you, that guy loves the badge. Yeah. So when you got this many people together, you can't write it. And the answer's our chairman. Yeah. That's another inspirational guy, because he came from nothing and now he's a successful businessman. Yeah. But he's real, man. He's down to earth, if you know him. Yeah. But he said it to us because he made Dream Team, this thing called Dream Team. He said, Donny, I couldn't write this. I couldn't write the script that he does. You couldn't write it because you wouldn't be able to think of it. This is that natural. It's natural, man. We're blessed, man. We're blessed. And what I'm trying to say is, I want kids to take inspiration, because we're no different to these lot. We just believe in ourselves, man. You know, so think about what you're putting your energy into. I always explain these things as transferable skills. When I was out there doing what I was doing, I was learning how to bloody speak to people, deal with customers, do things like calculations, all of that stuff. It's just transferable skills. You can use what you're using at the moment for negativity into something positive, and your blessings will come. My blessings were being blocked because of the way I was living my life. And I lost my mum, yeah, and I put down my phone and I said, never again. And I'm telling you, my life changed after that. When I put all my faith in God and I said, you know what? I'm not on it, because that hurt me too much. Yeah, and I can't, I got to make something happen. And listen, there's a million kids like me. Million. We're all three of us are probably that kid. You know, so that's why I just feel like the Don's message is deeper. That's why we're passionate about it. And it can come across as, I bet for some people it's cringy. Or like we're on there, like, it's just fucking Sunday. Why are they talking about, you know, I see it sometimes. And it's true. Sometimes I say to G, like, are we over the top? Like, I'm talking about, the axe forgets, but the tree doesn't. We're just playing Kamazi. But it's just, that's me.
You're passionate, man.
I've seen you do it. I'll be honest, yeah. When you weren't on Takers, I didn't watch it. Bro, and that's no disrespect to Takers, because look, Haf is sick. He plays for the Dons now, and I like Takers. I think they were sick, and I'm upset that they're not there anymore. But when I used to watch you, I believed in what you. I've just believed in you, bro. The way you was talking, the way you got your shit across, like it's like it was. I looked at it and I was like, yeah, man. Even though I was pissed when you had done the interview with Winch, he's like, nah, I already recognise Lambert. I was like, gee, this guy, bro, he's not on us, man. And I was like, this guy's an enemy, man. I was like, I want Takers, man. I want to rip their heads off. But at the same time, I still respected you. I was like, nah. And when you weren't there, I was like, nah, man. It's not the same. It's like when me and G ain't at the Dons, it ain't the same, bro. It ain't the same. So it's like, I've gone on a bit of a rant there. But my thing is, that's how passionate I am about what we do, bro. You know, and we're not perfect. I say it all the time. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. We're going to make more mistakes. You know, but like, bro, you can't be afraid to fail, man.